Today I am celebrating World Peace, which I'm a little bit unsure about, to be honest, considering it's something that doesn't seem to have ever happened, and I'm not even convinced is likely ever to happen, especially when I consider my experience of relationships, of intimate partnerships, and even friendships amongst people who are deeply loving people and who seem to be committed to an idea of peace and harmony, and yet struggle immensely because human beings are deeply complex beings. We have many needs, human needs, universal human needs that we all share, and yet still it's very difficult to negotiate this world in such a way that we get to meet our varying needs. We all have differing feelings. There are constantly things coming up, things that we never expected, that if we don't attend to, really undermine our capacity for peace, harmony, happiness, and all of those good feelings that we like to imagine. You know, the idea of World Peace Day, I now feel a little bit concerned about that it's too much of a wishful thinking utopian dream that almost haunts us as we invest more and more hope in it. You know, perhaps it's helpful to take a more pragmatic view of life and realise that there will always be disharmony amongst human beings, and that the challenge for us is to continually stay in negotiation with each other. You know, there's a famous economist who I respect greatly who says that there's problems are never solved, that there's no solutions, only trade-offs. I think that it's possible for human beings to attain peace for sometimes sustained periods of time, but we only have to look at the heart of even the most loving religions and see the disharmony, the breakdown into multiple competing churches that has proliferated, sometimes emanating from a message of such simplicity and beauty. One only has to think of Buddhism and Christianity for two really good examples where a very simple message and a very unifying message failed to bring everybody together. So, world peace, is it something to aspire to? Is it something to invest hope in? Certainly not. If world peace is ever to exist, it will exist as a result of the peace that we find within ourselves, and maybe that's the first objective, is to see if we can live in peace with ourselves and those immediately around us, and take our eyes off such a lofty goal as world peace. It's my concern that World Peace Days get us investing in an idea that is so far out there and beyond that it actually undermines our ability to edge a little bit closer towards it. So on this day of World Peace, I invite us all to take a moment of silence to consider how we can be more peaceful with those people closest to us. Because if we're not able to attain that, the chances of being able to attain world peace will just slip further and further into the distance. Just a moment to think of the peace in our hearts that we can extend out to others.